Look at this. Monopoly, Wall Street, the NBA, your life. It's all a game. But here's the messed up truth nobody tells you. 99% of people are losing. Not because they're dumb, not because they're lazy, but because they never learned the real rules. They're playing life like it's a boxing match when it's really chess. And if you don't know how to move, you get moved by stress, by debt, by other people's expectations. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 5 real rules of the game of reality. The rules the elites play by. The ones they never teach in school, church, or your therapist's office. Let's get into it. Let's cook. Rule number 1, reality is not a physical game. Let me be real with you. I used to think I just wasn't working hard enough. I'd stay up late grinding, wake up early hustling, chasing goals like my life depended on it. And still, I felt stuck, burnt out, broke. I thought I had a time problem, but what I really had was a frequency problem. They told you to grind, wake up at 5 a.m., sleep when you're dead, outwork everybody, but no one told you. Grinding in the wrong direction is just digging a deeper hole. Here's the truth that'll mess with everything you've been taught. Reality is not physical, it's mental, it's spiritual, it's vibrational. You out here sweating in the gym of life, but your mind is still overweight. You're trying to change the TV channel by screaming at the screen. All effort, no shift. See, most people live cause and effect backward. They try to change the effect, their bank account, relationship, body, by working harder in the physical. But the 1%, they flip the script. They change the cause, their mind, and reality bends to that. You ever seen someone win the lottery and go broke in a year? Or a retired NFL player become a millionaire again through business? That's cause versus effect. Mental fitness versus physical effort. Go to the gym all you want, but if your identity still sees broke, unworthy, tired every time you close your eyes, your reality will keep snapping back like a rubber band. So we flip it. Want wealth? Be wealth. Want love? Be love. Want peace? Be peace. Even when your life looks like chaos, even when the outside world is silent. It's like watching LeBron stretch before a game. He's locked in before tip-off. His body follows the mind. I remember standing in my kitchen, overdrafted again, repeating affirmations I didn't even believe, saying, I am abundant, while checking my bank app like, God, where is it? That's when it hit me. I was trying to lift 300 pounds with broken back, mental weight, unseen but heavy as hell. So check yourself. Are you grinding physically to fix a reality your mind keeps recreating? Let's talk rule number 2. You make the rules. Let me say this loud and clear. You make the rules. But most of us, we're living by settings we didn't even install. You were programmed by teachers who gave up, by friends who quit, by parents who never healed. They told you you're too young, you're too fat, you're too loud. That dream's unrealistic. Cool, but let me ask you something. Whose game are you playing? Because this ain't theirs anymore. It's yours. Your subconscious doesn't care if a belief is true. It only cares if you believe it. That's it. If you think life is hard, it will be. If you think money's evil, you'll block it. If you think nobody wants you, you'll start pushing people away just to prove it. It's like playing Madden on rookie difficulty, but setting it to all Madden because some kid in middle school told you life had to be hard. Reset the sliders, rewrite the damn rules. I used to believe I had to struggle to be worthy, that if it came easy, I hadn't earned it. So I made everything harder than it needed to be. Love, because deep down, I didn't trust ease. But that wasn't discipline. That was trauma. That was code I inherited from people who never got free. And here's the betrayal most people miss. A lot of that programming, it didn't even come from enemies. It came from people who loved you, but didn't love themselves. So now you got two choices. Keep running code that wasn't even yours to begin with, or take the pen back and write the rules you actually want to live by. Because you're not crazy, you're not cursed, you're just still living by somebody else's belief system. Time to uninstall it. Okay, so rule number 3, you can't have what you need. All right, this one's gonna sting a little. You can't have what you need. Yeah, read that again. Let it sink in, because need is just another word for desperation. And desperation, it pushes things away, energetically, spiritually, relationally, financially. You ever notice that? The more you need someone to call you, the more silent your phone gets. The more you need money to show up, the more bills hit you all at once. That's not bad luck. That's frequency dissonance. Neediness is a signal to the universe that you are in lack. And the universe, like a mirror, just reflects back what you're being. You can't be in the frequency of it's missing and receive it at the same time. You ever watch rich people talk about money? It's never, I need. It's, I expect. I move like it's already mine. Now compare that to how most people move. I've been there too. I used to beg the universe. I'd light candles, say affirmations like they were spells. I need this job. I need this person. I need this to finally happen. But deep down, I was moving like someone who didn't trust their own power, who didn't believe they already had the thing internally. And that's exactly why it stayed just out of reach. Here's the energetic secret. The more important you make something, the more space you create between you and it. You want love? Be love. You want money? Be abundance. You want peace? Start moving like someone who already has peace, even in chaos. Because you don't attract what you need. You attract what you are. I used to wake up anxious, scrolling, comparing, checking, waiting, thinking, when is my time gonna come? But when I finally stopped needing it, stopped chasing, stopped begging, and just started being the version of me who already had it, things started showing up, not out of luck, but out of alignment. So here's the truth. Neediness is a frequency leak. Collapse the importance, detach from the desperation, and watch how fast things start to chase you. Rule number 4, the strongest frequency wins. Let's be real. We don't live in caveman times anymore. You're not out here winning because you can throw a rock farther than the next man. The strongest one in the room isn't the loudest or the richest. It's the one who can hold their frequency no matter what's happening around them. That's who wins. Every time. Look, you can grind 14 hours a day. Wake up at 4 a.m. Write out your goals. Do all the success habits. But if your internal signal is still saying, I hope this works, or I don't deserve this, or maybe this time it won't fall apart, you've already lost. Because frequency isn't about what you say. It's about what you broadcast emotionally when nobody's watching. Frequency equals energy plus conviction. And the person with the strongest, most unwavering conviction, they're the ones who bend reality. Not because they're lucky, but because their inner world never flinched. You think Jeff Bezos didn't doubt himself when Amazon lost money for years? You think Issa Rae didn't second guess her voice in a sea of polished Hollywood scripts? You think Jim Carrey didn't question himself when he was broke, writing a $10 million check to himself before anyone knew his name? Nah, they held the line. They stood in a vision that didn't even exist yet and dared the world to catch up. So the question is, can you hold your frequency when shit looks like it's falling apart? Can you look at your account when it's empty and say, I'm still rich? Can you sit in silence, no text, no love, and still say, I am love? Because if you can't, life will punk you, the world will test you, and your old identity will come running back like, see, told you it wouldn't work. This ain't about arrogance, it's about conviction. That quiet inner knowing that doesn't shake when your circumstances don't cooperate. And here's the real truth no one tells you. The universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your self-concept, who you believe you are on a core emotional level. That's the frequency you're sending out. That's what's being matched. So if you keep getting the same patterns, same rejections, same bank balance, same stuck feeling, it's not punishment, it's feedback. Reality isn't against you. It's just mirroring the frequency you're holding when the lights are off. Hold a stronger signal, and the world has no choice but to tune in. Let's keep cooking and stir the pot with rule number 5. Here's one most people ain't ready for, but if you're still here, you're different. So let's go there. Reality doesn't care if you're nice. Real talk. Good people suffer. Bad people win. Not because life's unfair, but because life doesn't run on morality. It runs on frequency. Bobby Hemmett said it best. Stop thinking like a human. Start thinking like a god. That changed my life. I used to ask why good-hearted folks like my dad had to struggle. Why people with golden souls got the worst outcomes. And it's because they were running on the wrong code. If your frequency is guilt, doubt, or unworthiness, the universe will mirror that, no matter how many good deeds you do. Meanwhile, that villain you hate on Instagram, they believe they deserve it all. No hesitation, no shame. That's why it flows to them. Your self-concept is the generator, not who you think you are, who you're emotionally convinced you are. Change your identity, change your outcome. When it's all said and done, life is a game, not a punishment, not a test, a game. But most people, they're stuck playing somebody else's script, running plays they never chose, living by rules they never wrote. They wake up and check their bank balance before they check in with their spirit. They clock into jobs they hate to pay for things they don't even want. They chase love just to feel worthy for 5 damn minutes. But here's the truth, nobody taught you. You are not a pawn. You're not a background character. You were built to be the coder, the architect, the damn creator of your own simulation. Everything starts with your frequency, your belief, your identity. This game responds to who you are, not what you want. And the second you decide to flip the script, to move different, to see yourself different, the whole damn board shifts. So what now? You can go back to default mode. Let the algorithm of fear and lack write your story. Or you can step into your power. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Because the truth is, nobody's coming to save you. Not God, not a guru, not a lottery ticket. But if you choose, right now, to save yourself, you've already won. This game's been rigged against you since day one. But the second you wake up, you stop playing checkers on a chessboard. You start moving like the 1%. Not because you're better, but because you finally remember who you are. Welcome to the winning team. Now go bend your reality.